Hi, my name's Gareth Johnson. I run a company called Standalone Productions and I'm based at Metropolis Studios in London. I do a lot of composition for film and TV and games. I've been lucky enough to write albums with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra and work with big sports brands like FIFA on the World Cup final and the electric race series Formula E, and for that I composed all of their music and audio, so that's their soundtrack, sonic branding, idents that you hear throughout the series. I've been lucky enough to work with some of my heroes, probably the biggest and my favourite being The Who, who I've worked with for the last 10 years on a lot of their live releases, Noel Gallagher, Them Crooked Vultures, Kasabian, and many other loud, angry guitar bands. What is composing? Deep and philosophical. 90% of my work is composing, and I guess for me, that's starting with a blank page. That generally starts for me in my studio, which is kind of set up a bit like a toy shop. So I have drums, bass, guitar, keys, different instruments laid around, and depending on how I'm feeling, I just jump on one and start from scratch and see what happens. What makes a good composer and what makes a successful composer are two different things. I guess getting paid, probably. I start with wanting to enjoy what's coming out of the speakers and please myself first and foremost. I hope that if I love what I'm hearing, then other people will connect with it too. And that's what it means for me. I don't really write with other people in mind. I guess I'm like a lot of sort of musicians in terms of being a hoarder and having loads of different stuff in the studio. I kind of view them all as tools. They're all things that will spark the creative process. Some nice guitars, drums, some synths, drum machines, loads of percussion. Never underestimate how important a good selection of percussion is when you're writing stuff. One of the most essential things, I guess, for me is being able to hear what you're doing properly, so you need great monitors. And I've been lucky enough to be using PMCs for the last 15 years. I love them. I'd say it's really, really important to have good quality monitors in the studio. They're the thing that's going to make the biggest difference, save you the most time. Ultimately, they're the one thing that I wouldn't part with. I've got a range of PMC monitors in my studio, differing sizes. So I've got massive mains, which are the IB2S8 XPDs, which are huge, and they're great for tracking a loud volume. They're really vibey. I've got some 226s, which are my favourite of the new range. Got some 228s and a sub 2 at home. I just find that they just translate fantastically well, and it's great moving between studios knowing that it's going to work in both locations. I guess the most important thing of all is that any mixes I do on these monitors translate amazingly well to other systems, so right down to consumer playback, up to cinema systems, and that's massively important for me. Also, the fact that my PMCs are non-fatiguing. Really, I can work, without getting tired, and I can trust what I'm hearing, which keeps creativity flowing and means ultimately that I'm producing better work.